All right, guys, let's do a simple login form. So I already have some Django project, and I also have my template and my static files. So these are my static files, and these are my templates. And if you look into the directory structure of my template, you're going to see that I also have another folder inside of these templates, and I called it registration. So under that, I have login.html, which contains these HTML. So these are just simple HTML that you can simply do. All right. Now, I I did something here. I just had a URL to be able to return my login page, and I have my views, which is returning my login page. And this is basically what we have. Let me make it a full screen and light mode so that you can see it. So this is basically what we have on the login, but this form is not functional. You can see that if I put in some stuffs and send, you can see it is not functional. And this is because we only have a static file here, static HTML, which doesn't return any single thing. All right, now let's implement a dynamic content Django project. Now to do this, I don't actually need this. I don't need this. So I am going to comment it out. And I will go to the URLs. I don't also need this. I will comment it out. But we need this one. So what I am doing now is I am going to be making use of the normal django.contrib.auth.urls to be able to get some of the URLs. Let's see what we have here on the URLs. So if I refresh this, it's going to return null. Okay, so you can see what we have, page not found, because we have removed that our login form. And if I go to /accounts, sorry, so you can see that the /accounts is showing us that we have some URLs like account/login, account/logout, account/password change, and all these ones. Now all these things we are set for us by Django. So what we need to do is to use it to work, and we got it from this django.contrib.auth.urls. So this is where we got it. Now, to be able to use our HTML, we must create this registrations folder within the templates, and we call it login.html. So by default, Django automatically will recognize this file as the login page. So let's remove the accounts because I actually want it to be on the main directory. So we are going to have it as the name of the website /login instead of /account. So if we move to /login, we are going to see our login. So you can see that this is what we have on the login. You can see that it is currently displaying our login. So we have achieved something now. Then we also want to use the Django template tags. Let me show you what I mean. So in the view, we don't need to do anything in the view, but in the login.html, we will basically look for the form. So let's look for the form. So this is where the form exists. You can see form class, validation, and so on. So we are going to have form method to it. So we are going to add method, and we are going to make it a post method because we want to send to the database. So if we want to send to the database, it is post. If we want to retrieve from the database, it is get. So we are sending to the database. So we are going to be making a post method or a post request to the database. Okay, now, next thing we need to do is I will have to remove this this whole form. Let's remove it. Forgot password or remember me. So I'm going to remove from here. Sorry. I am going to remove the username or email, starting from username or email. So we're going to remove that. I'm going to remove this. I am also going to remove that of the password, but I'm going to leave only one class. Now, within here, I am supposed to display my forms. So what I will need to do is first, after this form method, down it, I will need to secure this form from cross-site forgery requests. So I am going to use Django tag. So this is Django tag. And at the center, I am going to add CSRF token underscore token. So this is just to secure our form from cross-site request forgery attack on the forms. So the next thing is to now add our form on this place. And to add it, we use something like this. So this is going to be form, and that's all. We can save it and see what we have. So if you save it and refresh your browser, you can see that Django has brought in its own form labels. You can see it is telling us username and password. And if we go ahead to put anything here and try to log in, you're going to see it says you must agree. Okay, these are JavaScript working. So click on login, and you will see it says please enter a correct username and password. Note that both fields may be case sensitive. So this is Django telling us what we can do. And you can see that we have already achieved the result. So this is just how we can build a login form. I can go as well to ahead to show you how you can also customize it to look exactly like what you have in our HTML previously. So to do that, let's go back. So I can just do undo this, the following changes that I've done before now. I will undo them. Let's undo. Oh, sorry. So we now have the form as it was, it were before now. So we are going to use this HTML to make our dynamic form. So if you come to my website now, if you look at it and refresh, let's reload this and see. So this is the original form as it were in our HTML. So let's now use this same exact form. Instead of using that Django default forms. So let's do that. So we go back to our HTML, and what we are going to do is we are going to basically bring in the same cross-site request forgery method as well. Let's bring it back with Django template. So the same thing. So we say CSRF underscore token. So that just to secure the form. So for the username, what I am going to do is, at this point, instead of having something like this, I can simply come to where I have my input. So here I have my input of this, whatever input that I have here, which is this, which ends here. I can simply remove this one, which is the input, and I will add Django tag like this. I will say form dot username. So because this place is going to contain username, and for the password, I am also going to do the same thing under the input. So I am going to remove whatever I have on the input, and I am going to also use Django for it. It's going to be form dot password, and that's all. So let's save it and go to our website. So if you refresh now, you are going to see something like this, which is basically also not as good as what we had before, but this is how to return those things individually. And we can go ahead to type in anything here and mark this. So let's see what it will say. So it didn't return any error here because we are customizing these things. So what we need to do is to make sure that we customize it perfectly. So to customize it perfectly, what we need to do is to bring in the message so that it will tell us something at the end. So to bring in the message, I can decide to use the bootstrap alert class. So dot alert, and within this alert we are going to use Django tag there, and we say message. So this is going to bring in the message, and let's give it a BG of warning, BG warning, and text danger. Okay, so let's see how this thing is going to look. First of all, let's see if our server is running. So it seems our server is running, so we can go back to the website and refresh it. So you can see what we have. The message is currently appearing, but if you, let's move away from this page and come back to it again, /login, /login. You can see that this alert is always showing. So what we need to do is to use if statement for that. So to use if statement, so we will use if statement to cover this alert so that it is only showing when we require the message. So we can use Django tag for that. So we use this template tag, and it's going to be for message in messages, and down here we are going to end for. And for. Okay, so for message in messages, so we are basically telling it for message in messages that it should return message. So that's what we are telling it. Let's see if, so you can see that it has disappeared, and if I go ahead to put in wrong password, and you can see, okay, let's mark this. So this is what we can do with this. There are several ways to handle login, but I think I have around 3 of them, which the first one I just showed you, this second one, and the other one which we can actually use what we call Django widgets. But I don't want this video to get longer. So at this point, I am going to end this video. Thank you for being here. Please do well to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. I'll see you next time.